Ghana mu ase de yasema yatu ne din trending news no yedeba ebesomo ene enwumre yi na ensema yedeba na de dimu akotene ebi ene say His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de atuja say emfa ho ne COVID-19 ensema enenam ewiem sa abano asebo say 2020 the year of road no obekoso na wayi akwan ahodo.
Even though we have experienced some challenge due to the COVID-19 pandemic, our focus has been to deliver quality roads to the good people of this country. This road between Busu and Temple, this La Beach road that we are talking about.
Sanso ena ukopiem wan kran ene day eja ato enkran Electoral Commission one regional office eja dem to neso Madam Sylvia no I oye public relation officer edema commission no wode atuja say eja eto office mu no enya de say ebeha 2020 abato ayebetui
regional warehouse was started by fire this morning in the early hours of the morning around 2 a.m.
Sanso ena yera Gideon Boakon ononso eye openia ononso eba economy ye Ghana yesikasem ene ye nnwuma ho hyehyɛ a odi mu akotene pa Sanso no osaye technical advisor edema vice president what the ensemble atuga wochrim say na nadodan ko akufuado na MPP omofa edwayi omo abom ho moden e de enwuma omafa nipa pi ewo enwuma ahodo mu.
Graduates, Youth Employment Agency, I employ 70,000 young people. Okay. And now feel so offer BBC teachers, nurses. I employ 54,000 nurses. 3.5 years here, I buy 54,000 nurses. I feel so 18,000 other.
COVID-19 case no so say a form bar na eba na ye de ani chirem active case na saying ena esiti akwakodru 1906 na chesen semda no so yeti e free COVID-19 mu ensensema e wo Ghana ha say enu bi ena yede ato mo anim no CPP4 enche omoba yi omo regional omo national executives na eno ena ye maame Hajia Hamidatu CPP ni or pre national chair no what they atuja say e was say CPP fo nyina wo mo bo moden no moto abane emano na wabre e wo party no ma o say efata say we national chair
organizer me say hey me no na wa ha wo mo maintain Hajia omo antimi eno mo to be semi yimi if you organizer and do 2 months eno ma me no join free party no mama my history and repeat itself.
In some way, any afufropi na musomfo edwe don komaji akunya mede ebe somo enwumre bremu. Afei ensem no emu enchiremu enie. Ene day Ghana yen Vice President His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia akwakopiem ewo numgwa ni nyina enesen aban eyi ekwan ewo numgwa free numgwa kopem tema ye brofo kwansi no be 26.6 kilometers na eno enene day aban akwakotwa ahomam na eno na Ghana ye mampani abedi akire ne timi ekodi sa adwuma no wahye Ghana for ebose ewom se COVID-19 ade bia abedi wiase nyina wiase afana nyina abedi ye abehayen nanso sene aban ne hye bo se nyame adoma 2020 afia na nadodan kwa kufu adon na ban yi akwan nti saa ebose na omo ahye no omo entontwene da ombekoso abo omo moden na ekwan ahodo a efata no womo etimi nti na dai omo etimi kotwa ahomam a bibia dai ya sika esombo be se million be wo ha dollars no emu yede beyi sa ekwan no na eno de atudwa se COVID-19 o enye COVID-19 o Ghana ban ashe bone de obedeliver.
Even though we have experienced some challenge due to the COVID-19 pandemic, our focus has been to deliver quality roads to the good people of this country. This road between Osu and Tem, this La Beach road that we are talking about. For so many years, government after government, we have been promised this road, isn't it? We have been promised this road. There have even been contractors that have come and have had to leave and not return. But Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said he will do this road. Nyenea Keshi, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Keke Ebafe Efe. Hello. Keke Ebafe Efe. Mokobake Ebafe. But yen one enye. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo promise and do. He's a deliverer of promise.
I know a Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and a teneno. Bawumia Nasoye and Yadaso Ewo, and a day so, or they are to just say, Obebo a soldier for, and a bambofua, or more a ball, Mohammed pa, Efa Kwa, yes, why Ewo COVID-19, and Yenyi a soldier for, and as a bambofua, and Tontre, or more than or more abo. Into another day, Waboma Basopa, as I saw Mountain said, Jumadia, or more ADS bambofo, or Mem Haseno, or Montoncoso, no or more enye ejuma, and also actually say. COVID-19 edaso near ete and unti nyina emu ehuma say directives are health ministry no ene aban no World Health Organization edi amaye no nyina yebetimi ediso
that we are not out of the woods yet. I urge all our troops, our families and the general public to continue to stick to the directives issued and adhere strictly to the protocols outlined as part of the national response to the pandemic. We should not lose our guard. The experience of many countries, sometimes when we think these conquered the virus, it raises its head up again. So we always have to be on our guard.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Ghana Vice President, Onona Yetene Neno. COVID-19 corona mu ena yeda so ewo na ene dey nkra yensaka ene say number ana case as say Ghana ye wono 41,847 empem aduanan ba kon ahanwotwe aduanan enson ene enipa omo etimi enya yare no bi na wona wo ho ato omo ade wo ho afri yare no recoveries no 39,718 enipa omo so etimi ade wo ho woma omo ato anananom wonse do ewo yare no 223 ahenu aduonu miensa ena afin so wona a doctor fo gina won so a omo ebom pempe ebrese wo mo so omo betimi enya ahoden biem no 1906 na chese enu adamede to monim se na 207 ene den so eso ehwan na eno na Ghana fo dodo na omo eni agye na enigye mu no na Dr. Da Costa Aboaje ono na leader of the COVID-19 risk team no wode atujwa say ewom se yare no eso ehwan mekire active case na so hwan pa na enso eno nkire say safety protocols ana say normal yede agu akwan mu se yeni so nsa hohoro ene ade a eka ho no eni kwan se yetwa eja else yekoso a na yedi sajuma no se ne be ya yare no ensa emma na chibiem emma ye yendadwene
that we are not
encouraging. We still have the virus in the country, and I will certainly encourage Ghanaians to continuously follow the preventive etiquettes, because that is our belief that if everyone is following the preventive etiquettes, we will be able to reduce the infections to the barest minimal, and that is what we target. So we begin by saying that we have to learn how to live with the virus, and we instituted the protocols. We did a little bit of community engagement, stakeholder consultation. Everyone is playing their part. So we also believe that as people are playing their part, the leaders of organizations, being churches, workplaces, team leaders, COVID-19 teams within various institutions should still make it a point to make sure that the protocols are adhered to strictly.
Dr. Dacosta Abuaje ono ena oye okendifo ema COVID-19 risk team no ono ena ode efutuo eguo ede amaye no ene dai yebesa kopiem ewo enkran na yekopiem won kran a asem beto odwa ene se okopiem ewo sapeman a won kran a enya asem keto akra electoral commission won officer ewo enkran eja etomu a na nye asem keto na eno ena fire service for etimi eboaye ema ejai omo edum no anopa na hyehye ena eja no etimi etomu na eno ena DSP Efiatenge a woye police penia otonkra edema nsemtrefo ene Ghana for ema police adwuma no wode atudwa se ewom se eja no eto office wode nanso obibia ni wa ne ho ekaye wochirem say fire service for omo ewo amasaman kotoku ene nsawem ena afenso abelempe omo nyina eboae etimi bo modern ema eja no edumi wabra na bambofo nso ejina ho a omo nso eboa ama eja no eni ensemone eno entonchen no yisifo mpanimfo a omo ewo enkran titiro pani kwantrefo a woye electoral commission boss and director ewo enkran yewura Kwame Ahen editor dwa say ewom se eja no eto office wono mo de nanso omo esusu se omo gidi ye nso se enoma ehye no enye enoma bia ebetimi asai anase aha 2020 December 7 election na yebeto no sei ena ode enchiremu ebo ensemtrefo wa bran ensemtrefo yekoko piemu ewo biaye o
security men here that there has been a fire outbreak, so I quickly asked them to call the fire service, and they did so. So I got here at 4 in the morning. By the time I got here, fire service has already been here trying to put out the fire. The intensity was high, but when I came, according to the description given to me, the fire had gone down a bit. So they managed to bring the fire out of control. And so around 5 a.m., we managed to put out the fire, but they sailed a long while here to ensure that it will not spark again. So around 7, 8, they made sure the place was safe. In course of the fire break, ECG also came here to disconnect it so that the place would be more safer. So this is actually what happened in the other building, not exactly the main administration block.
So tell us what that other building is used for. You mentioned administration block in that other block. What is the difference between the two?
Actually, we keep obsolete items. And then too, there were some old ballot boxes. These obsolete items, some of them were some of the old forms we've been using, and then the 2012 registration forms that we use. So these were the items that were in the building.
I mean, a few checks that we made said there was a second wave of the fire later in the day. Tell us about that one also.
Actually, it was around 2 when we saw a smoke was coming, and it was getting a bit higher. So we quickly called the fire service, and they came on again to control of it.
What's the extent of damage? I mean, you may not be able to tell us exactly, in terms of monetary terms, but I mean, the extent of damage, what has the Electoral Commission lost by virtue of the fire?
Well, I don't think we have lost anything sensitive regarding our current operational activities. Things we lost were items that I said were quite obsolete, that are not being used currently. So, in terms of our current operational activities, I don't think the items that we have lost will have any effect on them. We're quite obsolete, that are not being used currently. So,
eno Kwame Ahen ono ena oye Greater Accra Electoral Commissioner na manebo na ode to nsɛmtwerɛfo anim na maame amprempren wɔtonkra edema Electoral Commission dwumadie no ochirem sɛ eja eto mu no ɔhwɛ ebe normal timi asai ballot boxes sanso na ID card de laminate no bi eno na etimi ehye na jano anhyeda anha adwene sa
regional warehouse, was scattered by fire this morning in the early hours of the morning, around 2 a.m.
You see the warehouse
in the administration block. So let's say that one of the warehouses of the commission, because this is not the only warehousing. Yes, and it was unfortunately scattered by fire this morning. Thankfully, the fire service was called in quickly, and they were able to quench the fire. Yes. So we had some forms in the old forms. We had some ballot boxes in there. We had some referendum stationery in there. And I think at this point in time, it is premature to even know the extent of damage. But I can only say that these are the items that were in the warehouse before fire gutted the warehouse. Old items, virtually, and some ballot boxes.
I'm sure you success. The fire
to get to the root of the matter, to find out what catalyzed the fire, what brought about the fire. Now we need to know.
But preliminary, what are they investigate?
In fact, we are an interested party because we haven't right at our doorstep. So we
have an activity and nominations and all of that. With this, the warehouse has been gutted because I know you have 500 documents. Does it affect your activities in any way?
I began by saying that these are old materials, old items. And let me
eno mami a otonkra edema electoral commission mami Sylvia ano ena yete ne nka no ye kwakopiem ewo Bolgatanga Upper East region na eho ena tuapemu dima His Excellency the former president Yewra John Dramani Mahama Mame Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman wakwakopiem odi nadu asiwa odi bonsra ewo regions ahodo emu na enum eno akwakopiem ewo Upper East na nento abomu eno odi ato school fo nyina enim se ono tamana woye education minister no oni na ban His Excellency John Dramani Mahama omo entwa alawana omo edema teacher training any nursing training ne mum de omo yeye ene se omo edi replace omo de student loan ena e replace sa alawana amanfo esusu se omo etwa mu no na eno ena wochirim se sa ensemi ana propaganda ye koso 2016 a ye boni din se onsanye tuapemu emfa Emma NDC amanyekuo no wabra His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama wono na etu franka no nso na sene na omuntu franka no adede no asa sorry bi ma oso o kyerem se nya se wono wonwene esukufo ho anase one na ban no omo enwene esukufo no na emom omo ye de betumi a mofra no na school fees tua ayi omo den no se na be ya omo nso omo ewo training college ni nursing training no omo ebetumi enya loan no omo de etwetwa omo ho atua omo school fees se na be ya yempam omo anase school fees tua no enye den ema omodin sem we nyina to nsemtrefo ene esukufo a womo ewo tertiary institution womo kire womo exams no ene ohia womo de sa ensem we eto won anim na wakire mu se wote schoolfo no esun wote womo sun pa ya se womo ba abema womo encho womo enya na nye na ada bi nso ena wone na ban wode womo ede dada yenuanom nkuma womo ewo tertiary institution no bapa womo hawo ene technical advisor edema the vice president His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nene nkomodidie mu no de ato yanim se NPP aban no efa akonwan free 2017 eba no mabom homodin ye pa enye asemketo a omo afa Ghana for mabunu no mafo modwuma pa napko adwuma mu eswani na enso kachre omafa mrante wo mu pa bes mrante be 100,000 sanso ena nurse fonso be 54,000 ni nyina omo afa omo adwuma mu enye no nko adwuma ahodo pii mu omo atimi afa mrantie ana meburu no adwuma mu yentie yewura Gideon Boakon.
Graduates. Youth Employment Agency, I employ 70,000 young people. Okay. And I feel so offer teachers, nurses. I employ 54,000 nurses. 3.5 years here, I buy 54,000 nurses. I feel so 18,000 other health workers. And I buy a form. I buy recruit 2,174 environmental health officers and assistants. Abaya recruited 2,700 extension officers. I recruited 12,000 security personnel, immigration, police, and then about 12,000 of them. I think so. Offer a Shishabia abided by in the cocoa sector, no more Shishabia. I want to cocoa job creation. So about 105,350, but of course, say you want women your permanent jobs. The cocoa sector maybe I say go yes spray near farm crop for no more years and it's about 105,000. I think so. I buy under first commission. May so rest in peace. Enya bringing St. John, baby I know one so. I found 83,000 young people. Ejuma. I think so far. She be I buy startup businesses. I buy support to one so. And also 12,000 startups and small businesses. And I buy and also create about 3. They were John come away. They are not account for the source of growth. Some of my and it's about 12,000 businesses are creating about 3,000 jobs also, and also I feel so. Your presidential pitch, somebody not president, no minister for.
Wasan so kyerɛ mu sɛ ɛba bank account a nanum wɔ yɛ mampani abɛde akyire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de to dwa sɛ Ghana wuche mu a ɛfa ɛdeɛ ɔmo ɛwɔ bank account. Nanso asɛm yi beto dwa no nipa no bi esusu sɛ asɛm no enye no korɛ na ɛno ɛna okyerem sɛ enye bank no nkwa no sɛ ukwa bank say bia ukura Eco Bank anase ukura GN Bank anase ukwa commercial bank no akwa dijuma na mobile money transaction koso ewo Ghana ha sei no ne nyina eka ho bi amase sei banking services no kwa na economy yentie yewura Gideon Boakon.
As I say you move from Canelo Sanya na yesi ho bank say yesitie na your bank print TBM and you send your bank is here, any banking services is here. And to Sessica, can it know? Not simply Ugan when you credit Ugan and Martin Yesica, but a trade on what the more a call. No, be so dear, the Akokaba. Now I exchange. Moving a magic to Mrs. and no one mean no, putting at the exchange, my name and Yesica. And the move for nearby paper money. Whenever as a fired money, paper Sika Yekita say. Sessica to do a woman be a simuno. About 80% and over, and yet in form of paper. It is in the form of computer screen marks, digital money. And until our bank. Now, what the account number man Rabana or take out next year or more computers or just I was saying 5,000 or accounts. And just say, so 5,000 you are printing more paper, a go out, cast bank and from our or between the amount. Until I next year, you know, sorry. Now you call your bank, your branch, say you pay a sick or holding a bank, and oh, yes, I see can my. So as I can be printing to her name a digital money. And you say banking services are move you away from say what to an amount bank be say who could be a bank account as if a water bill brand and calling my brand. It is moving in the digital space. It is our mobile money interoperability. So say I don't know about baby and crowd crowd musica, the one as a boy. It's what you do. No, be out and I didn't know what you was a for mobile money. So this is a can or budget size can the cash. Now was some money baby and an crabby on a jumum. Suffers can go to bank mamino. She coming in our cocoon mobile phone so. Until a whole any savings, a whole any deposit accounts. Now I did be a bank to be a mouse, you see no. Some mobile money accounts was to be a mouse.
Yewura Gideon Boakon, a technical advisor at the vice presidency. And ono ana yetene nkano na ye call CPP for asweye ina enim se Ghana ha say eba party na say omo chances o mo ba be fa akunya na wo form no ya yemfa ani emma wo mo yemfa ani enhwe hokra na ene ye call CPP for asweye na mze enche na omo so eyi omo party executives na enum ena yene maame ba ko a wono so opresent to abama no no maame o me chairperson FMA CPP amanyuku no na no na o kyerɛ mu sɛ wabrɛ ne ho party no mu akyɛ papapapa ya eneyi osese ye pempanifo ama ɔma som party na sɛ ne eneyi nyina ɔda so ebre party no ɔsɛ efata ye ne maame no ɛbɔ nkɔmɔ na o kyerɛ mu de nti a ɔsɛ yeto abama no
organizer me say hey minimum na wa ha mo maintain hajia ɔmo antie mi ena mo to gensi mi yimi every one organizer and do 2 months ena maame no dwane free party no mama history and repeat itself mama dio kupa ema party no ewa adaje ema party no etimi receive funds real regional elections 16 regions ni na and making sure say we receive funds at your party headquarters ama sesia obia akọ hange ni banners and making sure say oba wo kokudro me wo ho na amanfo asani omo boys no makọ barricade me office sa omo fie omo show contest ade no ye no so mantime na mo de me call court sankrofo nyina mo contest no omo se ye nyina ye yie ntungu na omo take over the party. Taking over the party at this time is dangerous. The alternative is scary. It me straight as anti-mind delegates na 47 constituencies no mbeba no me per 99% because me person will be near zero into nipa no enya 1 vote because
Hajia Hamida too no na enye no nko yebisa ne se yehwe yamanyo semi a tribalism we free ase we kakasa se eno nti yesusu se won to mayen wo se CPP wo ma power na enso sa suban tantan no wo CPP mu tententente a tintimpa anye asem keto akra empo wo mo executives a wo mo eyi wo mo no sa yare bi ene wo mo na ete wo CPP amanyukio no
Iwa party no a yanhwe ni ya ye hu ni ye ohene ba ye wonim say de ye kwame nkromafo na de ye chiri say bia ye tribalism party no obia party e wo Ghana nyina obia wo different tribes wo kremofo wo krisofo wo domunji bibia yankopon kra omo ena bibia ena tribe bia nso ewo party mo see bia wo bo pro because who contest Hajaham that wa na wona nam say Hajaham that you not na we ntumma no nipa no wonyi CPP from constituency na da de kotopon na me treasurer 1996 ye member of the youth league deputy secretary to one other day at the youth league office at the party headquarters of Asalandam midim sa na be great alliance so kaya me mantu nyuma da no mitu nyunu ha ene de mintu
Hajia Hamida too no or president to Abamano no me national chairperson enfa Emma CPP amanyukio no ono ena yene no ebon komo no wa yemfensi ase nyame adoma de akam no yebeyi mu de amamo na yeguso de trending news ena esomo na director of elections edema NDC amanyukio yewra Elvis Free Ankra ede ensem bi atodwa na ensem ne nyina ene se ena enim se National Peace Council abrebia omo ebekasa efutua na omo de ema amanyukio ne nyina so omo nyina nkambom na omo anyai vigilantism ne enoma ensem fata ede ntokwa beba no womo enyai na omukuswa ebo omhomoden omukọ region by region ena omutufo ede kasachire etia vigilantism na enum ene beto odwasem panifo echirimu se party ni nyina enkamom na omo entutu omhofo se ne ebeye a enoma ensem fata sorry ewo voters registration exercise no ehono entimi ensori biem na sa ensem ya omoka na se NDC for ehu say ye generalize case no na eno ena director of elections edema NDC amayeko no chiremu say eya National Peace Council for no omunya kokudro no omomo say NPP for womo ena wetimi wakame eni de vigilantism nsensem no omo ena edeba na ensem no yentie ensema ekoso no bi yewura ba ko a ono so obo ne homodin ye pa yewura George Amo wɔyɛ secretary Edman National Peace Council ɛna ɔde efutuo no ɛma party for so ɔmo nyinaa ɛnka mom na ɔmo nhwɛ sɛ asomdwe ɛbɛyɛ adwuma.
Must have the trust and believe in our institutions in this country. If we will continue to behave the way we are behaving, that as soon as I'm in opposition, I do not trust all the institutions. I think the institutions are there for the government. We're not going to get anywhere. If I'm in government and somebody is also cracking the whip, and it has to do with somebody within my party, I shouldn't think that the person who is doing it is against my party. That's why they are doing that. That's where the trust deficit comes in. Let us allow institutions we have put in place to operate in accordance with the laws of the land, and there will be peace.
And no, opening a friend George Amo, or secretary the Man National Peace Council. Or didn't say me to Joa and a free and cran so HM say, yeah, National Peace Council, or mobile montana, or more can send BSC or Amanu Simnuma. A dream maybe or more enya could do no more cast NPP for enya vigilantism and seminal any hooliganism or more ayena. No more say abribia or more a generalized all political parties.
Practice meeting is actually an insult on our intelligence. People commit crime, they are known. People go and beat people, people shoot people, people stab people, they kill them. The law enforcement agencies must deal with them. All these conferences, they become meaningless. Haven't we signed an accord already? Don't we have a vigilantism bill? Don't we have laws? So what is this? It's a charade. Okay? We must be forthright. And I'm getting tired of this business when people commit crime, then they generalize and equalize MPP, NDC. How many NDC people did you see carrying guns and firing at people? How many NDC people did you see shooting or beating or maiming? Look at all the incidents. This is the worst form of registration violence in the history of modern Ghana. We must say it as it is. Horrible, unacceptable. People have been beaten, cars burnt. The culprits must be brought to book and dealt with, period. I also support people, it must be enforced. Some of those same dogs went around beating people in Kaswa. That is the solution. We can meet and talk, but at the end of the day, if people don't have a feeling that if they commit crime, they'll be dealt with according to the full rules of the job, the rest of them for this time.
Nachesene trending news yede ebremono aha ena yedi ebesie midin ede Edward Donko nyame adom ochina dia kamu bia no yede beba besom.
Of you, and thank you very, very much for joining us. This is the Imani Center for Policy and Education and Joy News, Joy FM program. It is the Minority Political Parties and Independent Candidates presidential debate, where 6 persons seeking to lead this country come 7th January 2021 would be answering questions that you have put together, which our moderators would be asking them. Thank you very, very much for joining us. And we're coming to you live from the auditorium of the University of Professional Studies here in Accra. My name is Winston Amwa, and I'll be, like John the Baptist, preparing the way for your moderators to take over. Shall we now welcome with a round of applause Professor Charles Barner, who is Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Professional Studies, Accra, to give us a welcome note.
Good evening, and welcome to the campus of the University of Professional Studies, Accra. We are delighted to welcome you here this evening for what promises to be a lively discussion and debate. The beauty of debates have always been the ability of good ideas to thrive and flourish, regardless the deliverer of those ideas. And for all participants to present their opposing viewpoints respectfully, allowing our young democracy to thrive.